Hey friend, this week Mars enters Aries and kicks off the no more excuses era about pursuing your dreams. Coffee up. Are you ready to go for it? As your anti-doom, no BS astrologer and tarot reader, we're going to see what you need to know about the week ahead and getting your butt in gear, as my lovely mother used to say. All right, Aries, let's see what you need to know about your week ahead, April 5th to April 11th. A very special day in history, April 11th. All right, let us see. Let's see what you need to know. Aries, getting your butt in gear. Mars, home planet, coming back. Meeting up with Neptune. It really is the time to use the energies and go for it, Aries. Aries, we have such a green light ahead of us this month. So many energies in our sign. I will be doing a video on that, so make sure you subscribe. And your solar return reading is coming also. So hit that subscribe. All right, let's see what we got. Chariot, gorgeous. And the Four of Cups. The Chariot is, vroom, vroom. The Mars, 10 of Wands. Okay. All right. So you're going to be raring to go. I do think that it's important for you to kind of clean some stuff up, finish what needs to be finished before you start rocking and rolling on some new path ahead with this Chariot showing up here. There has been maybe a little bit of a season of apathy with this Four of Cups, and that can be felt definitely with Mars in Pisces. It's not its best placement. So, you could feel like this girl. I love this card so much. Her sweatshirt says over it. So there you are sitting there over it, over the shenanigans, and just raring to go. Like you're poised on your Chariot here, ready to take off. And the universe is going to oblige you. Like, it looks like there's something coming in. Now, this could be this week. It could be the following week. It could be at some other point during April, because we have the 4 showing up here. But the point that I want to address to you is the fact that we have a 10 of Wands here. So that's your energy. That's your vibe. Clear the decks. Finish stuff up this week so that your Chariot, you can move fast and move lightly toward the next destination, the next dream, the next thing that you want to create. So Chariot, Cancer energy, Jupiter is in Cancer. Your 4th house, we got the 4 of Cups here. So we could look at that as also Cancer energy. So yes, that can be related to home and family, but Cancer is our emotional life ultimately. It's our emotional foundation. And you're ready to start building a dream and going in a whole new direction for yourself. So that is why I'm saying clean up the last bits of whatever is hanging around, whatever messes, stuff, get yourself organized, basically, is what we have going on here. Because I think I don't think, I know, because I know the astrology for the whole month. I mean, I know that the pace is going to pick up for all of us, but especially for Aries. How could it not, with 7 energies that are going to be there at the middle of the month at our new moon? It's of course. So that is what I am saying with this energy. And I do feel too that you may be making some choices about what is emotionally satisfying for you. Like, what do you want this next chapter to be like for you? This next dream you're going to pursue, this next course of action. So that's why I'm saying, finish what you need to finish. That is this week's get your butt in gear advice, because something's coming in, this 4 of Cups here. And I think also when you least expect it, because as the girl's shirt says, over it, and it's going to bring back not just your, emotional vigor and fiery nature, but it's also going to help you move forward much more quickly on a goal. Like I said, you got to be unencumbered. You got to be free to move. So clean it up. All right, Taurus, let's see what you need to know. April 5th to the 11th. Venus is now in your sign also. Are you loving that? Did you catch that video that I published on the channel? All right, let's see. Taurus. We have a 9 of Wands. And we have a King of Swords. And we have a 5 of Coins. Okay. All right. So Mars is going into that 12th house for you. All right. That Aries 12th house. And I think there may be some decision that you're making this week to stop investing so much of your energy into losing propositions because of some sort of programming from your past, which, you know, many of us have. There is also here, I think, some sort of decision to make about taking care of your well-being because of the 5 of Coins and the 9 of Wands. So there's a sense of, especially, you know, Mars in the 12th house can be churning up all sorts of things. But it can also be churning up an awareness of how you are using your energy and how you may need a little bit of a break or a rest. And this is further emphasized by the fact that, you know, the sun is also in your 12th house. You know, we get reborn at our birthday season, which, yes, yours is coming. We will also have this huge collection of energy at the Aries new moon in that 12th house for you. So there's a lot of energy behind the scenes suggesting that it is time to kind of just maybe pull back a little bit and take care of yourself, which is what is showing up here with the 9 of Wands and the 5 of Coins. So, and the King of Swords can just be looking at the longer game, like being a little more objective about everything, that taking care of yourself now this week, if you're just feeling a little extra tired or whatever, will pay off in the longer run. You know, so if you nip something in the bud, so to speak. But I also feel like there's a message here for you about your own self-worth, considering the fact that Venus is in your sign right now. So this week, there could be something brought to your attention, brought to a head of how you want to make a decision to end a cycle of suffering when it comes to your self-worth, your finances, your money, and working so hard for so little. So there can be stuff like that also going on. And again, that 12th house, which is a lot of subconscious and behind the scenes stuff. This is not like for public consumption. Like maybe people, you know, have no clue about it. It's something you're doing internally. And Mars, like I said, that arrow of desire, Mars is just churning up that energy with his fire. Like, pay attention, Taurus. Like, see where you're feeling run down, what part of your body you're at, where's your energy lagging, and how is that perhaps connected with whatever's going on with your finances, and maybe making decisions where you could value yourself more in terms of charging more money, asking for more money, standing up for yourself more when it comes to money and resources, like these types of things. So just in general, as you know, a way to look at that energy. So that's what I'm saying. Like this week, you may be making decisions and looking at those things with some clarity, because Mars, especially conjunct Neptune, which can be an energy of sacrifice, right? So it can be like, I don't want to keep sacrificing my dreams and the things I want to do, you know, for other people, and constantly being at their beck and call and running myself ragged for them rather than doing the things that are important to me. All right, Gemini, let's see what you need to know for your week ahead, April 5th to the 11th. Mars going into Aries, your 11th house of hopes and wishes and dreams. Let us see, Gemini. Gemini. Ooh, Chariot. Love it. What is this 7 of Swords shenanigan here? And you. Okay. What is going on here? Okay. Well, 11th house is also friendships. It is hopes and wishes and dreams. I feel like you may be making a decision this week to get your butt in gear, as my mother would say, to make a decision about a wish and the path toward that wish fulfillment. And I think that the Seven of Swords is very interesting because, of course, the 11th house is also friendships. So there may be something here where you are keeping your own counsel. There you are, the King of Swords. You are on the down low. Seven of Swords here. Like, you are not broadcasting what is going on. Either the decision you're about to make or how you really feel about something. Because this Chariot is interesting. There could be something this week, possible, that propels you forward, that puts you in a spotlight, that puts your decision-making in the spotlight, that has something to do with the direction you want to go in with your money, because this is Cancer, your second house. So, this Chariot, there's something where other people could be noticing you, but you may just be putting on a certain facade. You're playing your cards close to your chest. This is what I feel. Not that you're being a liar or inauthentic, but you are just choosing not to share certain personal information because the King of Swords is here, okay, with the peanut gallery. That's what I feel, because it is possible that you get a private word about something that may start manifesting for you this month. Like, maybe a decision is made in your favor, something going on at work that's favorable for you, or, something else, whatever it might be. But the Seven of Swords is interesting. So always apply the energies to your life because, Mars is going into the 11th house for you. And it could be that your good news, your high profile, your energy, the fact that you get to choose, maybe you have a beautiful opportunity and you can choose or not. It could cause agitation. I mean, Mars, it's possible, amongst a certain group. Like, it could, and again, the 11th house can be more like colleague type things or extended networks. It's not always like your bosom buddies, your BFFs. All right. So there just may be a little possibly evil eye because it's Mars. We are talking about Mars. But this should not dissuade you from pursuing your dreams. I just think there is something here where you're just going to be careful about who you share something with. And I do think you're getting your butt in gear big time with this Chariot, especially this Mars conjunct Neptune. Neptune does rule your 10th house. So career matters could be very much in the frame in the week ahead as well. And you making some very important decisions and choices about where you want to go. And this may even continue into the end of June and into July. It's possible with what goes on this week and things you decide about. All right, Cancer, let's see what you need to know. April 5th to the 11th, getting your butt in gear with Mars going into Aries, your 10th house of the public. Your career, your calling. People's got their eye on you. 10th house, it's a very visible house. Let us see. Cancers. We have the High Priestess. And we have the Leo. And we have the Eight of Coins. The feeling that I am getting here is that there may be a necessity to wrap your mind around the fact that you may need to do a little more research about whatever it is that you want to be deciding on and doing next. It's interesting, in the High Priestess card and in the Eight of Coins card, both of these people have laptops that they are working on. So this could concern something that you are researching, investigating, applying for jobs, putting yourself out there on the internet if you're, in the public eye, which is possible. So I feel like, there's stuff being energized here of you pursuing a dream that may have something to do with taking yourself from a behind the scenes, the high priestess, to perhaps, again, Mars in this 10th very public house, into a more public role in some way. This could also, though, be a decision you're making in private, the high priestess, about your values and where you see yourself headed next with this strength card, the Leo energy showing up here in the middle. So I would say, like, there's something to look at in terms of what your heart is telling you. I mean, I know it's a cliche, but I mean, we do have the high priestess and the strength card here. So your intuition has probably been very loud and very strong for the last 2 weeks to 2 months. And it's been kind of nudging you in a certain direction with whatever this dream is that you want to get going with, like I said, your public role in some way. Whether you're choosing to be more public, whether you're choosing to retire, whatever you're choosing. But it's this 8 of coins, the Virgo, the 3rd house, which is before you make any decisions, because Mars can be a little impatient, as we know. Mars lights a fire under our butts, which is good. We want to get our butt in gear, as my mother used to say. But this is saying maybe do a little more research, this 8 of coins. Focus on the actual details, the Virgo, rather than just your intuition. I mean, your intuition is strong and on point. We are not saying that it isn't. But now with this Virgo, we are saying, hey, let's also get the facts and figures that we need, the details, before we make a move. So that's part of getting your butt in gear, is to get all your ducks in a row, get all your facts and figures, all the things you need. So I would say start that process this week. Really know exactly what you are dealing with in terms of making some sort of decision to start something or end something with your career. It could go either way depending on your personal situation. All right, Leos, let's see what you need to know about getting your butt in gear and getting a dream going for yourself. Mars entering your 9th house of expansion and growth. This is a great seed planting time for you, Leo. Absolutely. All right, let us see. April 5th to 11th. We have a 6 of Swords, and we have a High Priestess, and wow, a 6 of Wands. Your timing is very good this week. I think that you are moving on, or maybe you even already did this, the 6 of Swords. You could have done this within the last 6 days or 6 weeks. And you let something go because your intuition was telling you stop focusing on it, stop arguing about it, like stop dealing with it, like just don't go there anymore, like let it go. And you did. And this week you may be seeing, especially we got double sixes here. Hey, maybe on the 6th, of course, Mars goes into Aries on the 9th, but that you listening to that sixth sense, if you will, that you had was correct. Okay. So your timing with something was impeccable, or you're going to see that it is this week because, hey, this could be happening this week. I think there could be something where you're wisely not getting involved in an argument. You're not getting involved in some sort of stressful thing, like you're just over and done with it. It's that inner wise guide with that High Priestess, like I'm not going to say anything more about it. There could be a pullback of your energy. Maybe somebody is trying to trigger you, the Leo drama. They're trying to like get a reaction out of you. They're poking at you, Sometimes people do that to fire signs just because they want to see us get all crazy, right? But you're wisely not falling for it. You're not taking the bait with this High Priestess. You're like, really? I don't have the energy for your shenanigans. And as a result, I think you're going to feel very proud of yourself that you're not continuing with whatever's going on over here with the 6 of Swords High Priestess. But also, if this involves something else in your life that you just were kind of accepting and letting it go, you could see the reason why that was a good thing that there might be a better opportunity that shows up this week for you that is more aligned with your energy. Because look, we got a wand here, a 6 of Wands, that is just right up your street. That's the feeling that I am getting. It's energizing. It makes you feel like you're moving forward. It's something that it taps into your leadership skills, your ability to take charge, like these types of things. So that's what I feel. I feel like you're taking charge of your energy, of a situation, and you're moving forward into something that's more expansive for you. That's that Mars in the 9th house. And it's because of this energy over here that you wisely handled the 6 of Swords and the High Priestess, or you're handling it this week. All right, a Virgo, let's see what you need to know about April 5th to 11th energies, getting your butt in gear as Mars enters your 8th house and meets up with Neptune. A dream to transform your life. Let us see, a Virgo. Virgo. Mars in the 8th house is very interesting. Definitely time to clean things up. Mars in the 8th house. Oh, clean things up. We got the Devil card. That's kind of funny. And the Strength. And a Queen of Cups. This is pretty clear. All right. So, Mars and Aries in that 8th house meeting up with Neptune. Neptune energy, ruler of Pisces. We got Pisces showing up with the Queen of Cups. Neptune is a lot about faith. And we have faith with the Strength card, but then we have fear with the Devil card. And we have a Queen of Cups is like, what you going to choose? You can choose faith or fear. When it comes to manifesting a dream for yourself, investing the energy, getting your butt in gear. Are you going to get your butt in gear in a half-assed way with the Devil, which you're not fully all in because you have a fear programming running in the background? Or are you going to invest your energy with hope and optimism, affirming your strengths that you can do this, that you are stronger than you realize, and that with patience and a mindset shift, because this Leo is your 12th house, you can make it happen for yourself. The Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups also very much about emotional alignment, belief, intuition. So that's what I think is going on here. It's pretty cut and dried, honestly. So let me know in the comments, what are you going to choose? Are you going to choose working your plan step by step, which is also the Saturn in Aries as well? Okay, but Mars, like I said, Mars will meet up with Saturn in, after the 9th. That's a video for another day, but I did mention it in the monthly energy forecast, so check that out. But that's what I think. This Devil, this Capricorn energy is your 5th house of your heart space. Leo, the Strength card, yes, it rules your 12th house, but Leo is also associated with the heart space. It's connected with the 5th house in astrology. So we got 2 heart energies and a Queen of Cups, also very emotional and heart-based. We're talking about a deep house, the 8th house, Mars going in there, looking at shadowy things, which is also the Devil energy. So clear out the fear, clear out the stuff that keeps your energy held back a little bit. And face the fears. I mean, that's what Mars, the brave one. So be brave. Anytime, right? We're going after something new. And it may be, yes, a little scary because it's new and because it is a dream of ours and it matters a lot to us. Of course it can feel scary, of course. Right? But there is something going on here, perhaps with feel the fear and do it anyway, or at least do it with, some spunk, some cleanup, some detoxing, some looking at anything shadowy that's going on that is a blockage in some way. And doing that can help you set the stage for building your dream. All right, Libras, April 5th to the 11th. Energies you need to know about Mars moving into your 7th house of other people. Meeting up with Neptune. So there might be some things where it could go either way. You could really be seeing where people are being honest or where they're being totally dishonest. So that's important. But also, we have to remember, too, that the 7th house can be a reflection of whatever's going on within us as well. So pay attention to that. But I would also say, in terms of getting your butt in gear for building a dream, this is not about what other people want for your life. This is about what you want for your life. So there could be some boundaries that can be very Neptune, very Mars, some boundaries you need to put in place because you don't have enough time to pursue your own stuff. You're giving away your energy to other people, or other people are just expecting that from you. So there could be like an enforcement or reinforcement of your boundaries with other people so that you can do what you want to do and do what you need to do. All right, let's see. Libras. 6 of Swords, a King of Coins, and a 2 of Coins. Yeah. All right. You got some stuff going on for sure. The 6 of Swords is interesting here. I do feel that you may be saying no to someone this week. It's very possible the 6 of Swords, you're just going to maybe say, look, I can't talk about this now. Or I just don't want to talk about this. Or I don't want to talk to you anymore. I mean, that's possible. There could be something like that. Because you have the very practical King of Coins showing up here and also the 2 of Coins. Your attention, I think, this week is really focused on figuring out something with your real estate situation, your money, your, the where you live, how you live, who you live with, perhaps mutual finances if it involves other people. It's possible. But this 2 of Coins, like there's a juggling that's maybe been going on with your finances, and you want to make some decisions about that. This King of Coins, you want to get your finances in a more solid state of affairs. And I think this week that's what is in focus. And if that's the dream that you want to build, then yeah, there is a boundary to get your butt in gear with about other people being a distraction from the very practical things you need to do for yourself and to take care of yourself and your basic grounded, it's the Pentacles here, material needs and your physical needs. Like we only have so much energy. We only have so much money and time. And the vibe I am feeling here is that needs to be focused on you this week. So that's what I would say. This 2 of Coins here, I don't feel like you're totally making a financial decision this week. You might be, you're coming close to it. We did just have your full moon in Libra. Maybe there's something that's continuing from that happened April 1st. So April 5th through the 11th, maybe that's why you have this 2 of Coins here. You're kind of going back and forth between 2 options that may have come out at your full moon. But I really feel like you were just looking for some mental relief from other people's shenanigans and demands so that you can focus on what you need to do for yourself and need to do for yourself, bottom line, to take care of yourself. Right? With the money. That's the key. All right, Scorpio, April 5th to April 11th. Let's see what you need to know. Mars entering Aries, your 6th house of work and well-being. Are you taking care of yourself? Are you going to the gym? Going to your health appointments? Work could get kind of busy with Mars going into the 6th house. So I feel like, Mars meeting up with Neptune, there may be something to really look at and admit to yourself in terms of your energy levels and fortifying your well-being. Because Neptune in the 6th house, depending on if it's the higher or lower vibration, it can be that, I don't want to admit that I need to lose 30 pounds. Or I don't want to admit that I can't walk like a half a mile without being out of breath. So, that's the lower vibration. Higher vibration would be, I see the ideal I want for my physical well-being, and I will make a plan and get my butt in gear to start working toward that ideal. So it can be that as well. All right, so let us see. Let us see, Scorpio. A 6 of coins, beautiful. And the Temperance, gorgeous. And the King of Cups, okay. So giving yourself the gift of change, of changing your mindset, of changing what you think is important, what you value. Because it really is true. Without our health, our well-being, that is the bottom line. Like, how else can you build anything if you are not as strong as you personally can be, wherever you're at? How can you create new things in your life? How can you go for your dreams? Health is wealth. It's really true. So this 6 of coins is interesting here. This can be, yes, help from the universe, but because you're showing up here with the King of Cups, I think, again, this is the gift you give to yourself to transform the Temperance with love and patience wherever you're at right now with your well-being, in whatever form of well-being we are talking about. This is your second house, your Sagittarius energy of self-worth. So there's something about putting yourself first. You are number one, taking care of your priorities. That is a gift you give yourself. And everybody does it a different way. My experience, I love classes. I love to go to the gym classes because I love the people around and the energy. And that's how I do it. And because we know they're at a certain time every week, I know when to go. I build my schedule around it. It's like any other appointment. I know I have to go and I show up, but it's not a chore. It's something I truly, truly enjoy because it's fun. I choose the classes that I enjoy. I don't like put myself through the ringer, But that's the point here. How do we create positive change in our life? We treat ourselves gently. We treat ourselves with love, care, trust, and respect. And you got this. Will the changes happen overnight? No. The Temperance suggests patience. But the fact that you're making a decision to take care of yourself, to do things differently, to fortify your foundation, that's the most important thing. And you could make a very important decision this week to do just that. You may get a piece of information, a doctor referral, whatever the case may be with the 6 of coins here. That's very practical and very wonderful to help you get the ball rolling in whatever way suits you. But it's also a spiritual thing. That's the thing with this Temperance I really want you to kind of dial into. It's taking care of your spiritual vessel, your physical body. And sometimes when we're very intellectual or very spiritual people, we forget about the physical. It becomes almost secondary. And that's also something to think about if that applies to you. So I think this is very interesting reading. And this could be a great week to investigate how you can fortify your well-being through the way that's best for you. Sagittarius, let's see what you need to know. April 5th to the 11th, Mars entering your 5th house of your heart space. Creativity, children, pleasure, joy. Mars is activating your joy. Neptune is activating your joy. Using your creative energy to build something new in your life and use your talents, that you're born with. We're all born with some sort of talent. Let us see what you need to know. April 5th to the 11th. Saggies. We have a page of coins. We have a wheel. And we have a 10 of coins. Talk about getting your butt in gear. All right, so we have some Jupiter energy showing up here. Jupiter is in Cancer, your 8th house of transformation. We got a page of coins. We got some money news coming in perhaps this week for you. With this 10 of coins showing up. 10 of coins, though, tends to be longer term stuff. So this could be like you could be getting your butt in gear this week to change and shift gears out of a financial cycle so that you can grow your money, that you can manifest a longer term financial security for yourself with the 10 of coins. And it involves transforming, because the Jupiter, your ruling planet, in Cancer, transforming what lights up your heart space, and finding, I'm getting also a buzz about motivation. So it could be that you've been looking for motivation in terms of the finances. You're just well, the money is motivating me. Okay, yeah, money's great, of course, but it might be more that it's your heart and your passion and your pleasure that needs to be perhaps the motivating factor. That's the thing that could change everything, not focusing first on the money. So there might be some sort of epiphany that you might have this week with Mars and Neptune meeting up. And it's very strong, powerful energy that is the key, that is the transformative secret to whatever money things you have going on. Okay, so it's a matter of changing your focus, your perspective, where you're pointing your arrow of desire, Mars, where you're using your energy. Not that we're disregarding the money, but we're putting the passion, the creativity, the drive, the focus on what we really want first. And of course, the joy, that's also the 5th house. And as I say all the time on this channel, money loves joy. So it could be something like that. Now, just in a basic bottom line, there could be some interesting money news on the way for you this week. It could be about, your tax refund. It's possible. Let's hope you're getting some money back. Good luck with that. Or it could be something else involving maybe some sort of real estate. It's possible, again, with Jupiter in Cancer. So buying, selling, investments, these types of things. So there could be that going on for you in the week ahead. But I think this, the question we're asking is about getting your butt in gear and making a new dream happen for yourself. And, that's what I feel with this wheel in the middle here, your ruling planet energy of changing how you're going about that by putting the passion first, the pentacles second, and in that way, they can come. The pentacles, that is. Capricorn, April 5th to the 11th. Let's see what you need to know. Mars moving into your house of foundations, your interior world, that is the 4th house, your home. All right, foundation in life, meeting up with Neptune. Highest vibration of Neptune is, of course, a spiritual vision. I feel like this week you're starting from, ground zero, as it were. You're starting to build a foundation for yourself for the next dream that you want to create in your life. Mars is initializing that energy with Neptune. It's very good. Let's see. Yeah, there's the Hanged One. There's the King of Swords. And there's the Ace of Swords. Okay. So we just had a full moon in Libra, April 1st, and the Libra energy is coming up here pretty strong. In your 10th house, which is opposite your 4th house, the Aries house that we are talking about. So, 10th house, very public house, 4th house, very private house. Like I said, your interior world. This hangman here is interesting. This is the holdover, the Pisces energy. This is the sacrifice. This is twisting in the wind. We are waiting. Hello, when is it going to happen? When can I finally make a decision? When can I sign on the dotted line, let something go, start the new thing, make my decisions, etc.? Well, I think this week you are making decisions, signing papers and paperwork. I discussed this in the full moon video, actually, for Libra. I believe there was similar energies that came out, but remember, I do so many readings, so don't quote me on that. But this is what I feel that's going on here. You are leaving a season of delay behind, and you are in your executive thinking mode here with the King of Swords. You may be doing some internal reflection this week. Again, that fourth house energy of how you do want to move forward, Mars, especially with your 10th house, I think, because we just had a full moon in there. And, you know, there's decisions here to maybe cut things loose, say yes to other things. But I also feel there's a reinvigoration of your mindset with both the King of Swords and Ace of Swords showing up here. Like, it is determined energy. It is focused and determined. That's the opposite of this King of Swords, Ace of Swords, very self-deterministic energy, taking charge. So you've done all the spiritual inner work. That's the other thing, this Hangman. Like, you had plenty of time with the Saturn dragging on in Pisces. You've had plenty of time to reflect and see things from another perspective. Like, you don't need that anymore. This is, I've already made my decisions. I'm communicating my decisions. I'm getting the ball rolling with my decisions. I'm signing paperwork with my decisions because I am building a new foundation in my life. I am taking care of what needs to be taken care of in my world that is important to me. So let me know in the comments what that might be. Capricorn, there also could be some good news coming to you this week. It is very, very possible here with this Ace of Swords. And I think it could be that it's just very affirming of the decisions you have already made with this King of Swords. Aquarius, Mars going into your third house of your mind, making decisions, communicating. It is meeting up with Neptune. So, highest vibration of Neptune, that spiritual vision, the big dream you have for your life. And you could be initializing, taking action, concrete plans, drawing up plans, starting new things, initializing. There also could be, though, perhaps some sharp words. That's just Mars. Some sharp words with people who don't believe in you. Perhaps, again, that Neptune trying to cast fog over your thinking. So there might be a little of that too. There might be that you need to kind of defend your own thinking, your own mindset, your own decisions with people who are trying to gaslight you. That's also possible. And again, I think gaslight you away from starting something new in your life, these decisions you are making. And it could be in these realms of writing, communicating, sales, networking, these types of things. Communication house. So be very careful who you let get in your headspace is what I am feeling. And there could be something where you're dealing with a sibling who really does not want to be told the truth. Let's just put it that way. Let us see. Let us see what you need to know, Aquarius. 2 of Coins and a Page of Wands. And the Devil. Okay. All right. The kind of vibe I'm getting here. All right. This is what I feel. I kind of feel like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. And I think that might have something to do with whoever in your world is this devil energy that is gaslighting, trying to cast fears and doubts on your own mindset. You do have a choice that you are facing here with this 2 of Coins. You have options you are weighing. I think you're just about to choose one, and then the gaslighter comes in here. Now, sometimes we can gaslight our own selves. That is possible also, especially because Neptune's in your 3rd house of your own mind. So you could be giving into some fears before you move forward with something. So that would be something I would say to take a look at this week. But Alternatively, it could be somebody in your world who's trying to do that to you because they don't want you to move on. They don't want you to better yourself. They want to keep you stuck in the same level they're at. The Devil card. That's also possible. But, this is the Capricorn energy, this Devil. This is your 12th house, the Saturn. It's like heaviness. And because it's the 12th house, it just can be your baggage and limiting beliefs and these types of things. It could be old scripts and things you're telling yourself. Again, this mental energy of why you can't do something, why you can't get your butt in gear, as my charming mother used to say. All right, so that's what I feel. But this is what's interesting to me, this page and then the Devil. It's like you're taking a baby step and then something stops you. So that is the energy I would look at this week. Maybe shift it before Mars goes into Aries. Like, what is causing a blockage right now with your thinking, or a literal blockage in your world? You have somebody who's gaslighting you, as I was saying, because you are on the cusp of moving toward something you've been ruminating about for a while. So let's see how this plays out. I think this is going to continue to get clearer for you as we move more into the month of April. Make sure you check out this video over here because we have so much energy that's getting ready to manifest in Aries. So this story, I think, will continue a little bit, but I would say before you start moving toward a dream, just make sure everything is aligned for yourself mentally, and you've taken a close look at any blockages that either you're kind of putting up within yourself or that other people are throwing your way. And Pisces, let's talk about your money. All right, Mars going into your second house of show me the money. Now, when Mars transits our second house, there can be a lot more expenses. All of a sudden, money's flying out the window. So keep an eye on your finances. Now, Mars meeting up with your ruling planet on April 9th. Very interesting energies. You've been through Neptune and Saturn in your sign. That is over now. So who do you want to become? Mars, a lot about how we use our energy. So how do you want to use your energy going forward? What is of value to you? This is also your second house, not just your money, but your values. What Pisces 2.0 version are you going to be creating for yourself? What new income streams? What new ways you're going to be showing up in the world? What new artistic or intuitive pursuits do you want to invest your energy in? What are your dreams for your life that you want to put action, Mars, behind that you really value? This is the thing this week to be thinking about. All right, let us see. Pisces. And make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that big video coming out about all the energies in Aries, especially at the new moon. We'll be doing a video on that because that's huge for you. That's so much energy collected in that second house, the middle of April. We have a 10 of Wands. We have a 5 of Wands. Pisces, what is going on here? And then we have a 10 of Coins. All right, I like that. So there could be something going on here. Oh, look what we have here. A coin and an Empress. What else is showing up there? I'll leave those cards there. It's very nice. All right, look. There is some energy to shift 100% with this 10 of Wands and this 5 of Wands. So 5 of Wands for me can be a spinning your wheels energy. You're running here, you're running there, you're doing this, you're doing that, but nothing is really getting accomplished. It's all disorganized. 10 of Wands, there's just so much on my plate. I can't see my way forward. I'm carrying so much. I can't take on one more thing, but I might try with the 5 of Wands. I'm just going to, maybe keep piling it on, running here, running there. So I feel like this is the crunch point. Like if you want to achieve this 10 of coins for yourself, if you want financial security, let's just look at it from that standpoint, then there's something that needs to shift about, as I was just saying, the Mars energy, pointing your arrow of desire toward your goals, the Neptune, toward you, rather than chasing around after other people, maybe taking on more than really you should be taking on. And I don't just mean at work. I mean, it could be just burdens that you're carrying. You're doing too much for other people. Again, perhaps this is, but it can just be like, I just feel overwhelmed. Okay. If you're overwhelmed and confused and feel like you're just running around, then stop, pause, and focus. That is also Mars. Mars is a lot about strategy. So before you expend any more energy, Mars, focus on you. Mars will be joined your ruling planet in your second house. What do you want? Be honest. What do you need to perhaps give up, restructure, reframe, let go of, purge, detox, etc., in order to do that, in order to pursue you, your dreams, your stuff? And in that way, you can build for yourself 10 of coins, something solid in your life that could perhaps, yes, bring more money into your life. And we are talking about your second house of money and values. So that's what I feel. It's like using your energy wisely, strategically, focusing on the right things. Like, especially if you have your own business, like, are you doing the things every day that actually make the money? Or are you just running yourself ragged, posting on social media, but it's not resulting in sales? It's this type of thing. So your actions, are they actually leading to the results that you want, according to whatever your dreams are? These are the questions and the things to be looking at this week. So Mars entering Aries really is a great time to energize the big dreams you have for your life and to start building toward them. If you want more advice on that, you can check out my Saturn in Aries PDF. I'll leave a link in the description. And my calendar is currently open for readings, private readings, if that interests you as well. Link in the description. Love you guys. Take care. I will see you again soon. Stella Wilde signing out.